One thing that I know that I struggled with early in my career is this idea of imposter syndrome. That I wasn't necessarily confident yet in my skill set, um, and I had this idea that like I didn't really know what I was doing yet, and so I couldn't be as valuable as I wanted to be. And I think that that's a pretty common, I don't know, mindset for attorneys to have, especially those who are just starting out. Um, so, do you have any sort of I don't know, tips or mindset alterations that lawyers can make to sort of overcome this idea of imposter syndrome?
Well, one thing I always share is that I think we all struggle with that at different points in our careers and in our professional lives. But in the early point in your career, it can be hard because, as you point out, you're thinking, there's a lot of people in this environment that have been doing this a lot longer than I have. And they must know more than I have. And what do I really have to contribute here? I think a good starting point to adjust that mindset is to really think about the fact that you've been hired for a reason. You have certain skills, you have certain capabilities. And in most environments, people see not only those skills, but your potential for what you can achieve. And secondly, one of the ways to address the feeling that you don't know everything you need to know is to ask questions and seek feedback. And sometimes that's tough. Sometimes we think, well, if I ask for feedback, I'll hear there's a lot I need to do. But that also better educates you and better equips you for the next project that comes along. And I think the corollary to this is also you're going to have failures. You're going to have things that don't work out the way you want at certain points. You might write a memo that gets a lot of red ink back on it from a senior supervising attorney, or you might have a deposition that doesn't get at the heart of the questions you wanted, or a ruling that goes against you in court. Those things are going to happen. Those don't mean that you have necessarily screwed up. They don't mean that those failures are fatal, but those are also parts of learning and parts of working in a profession that is by its nature something where 100% win rate is something that very few people achieve in every aspect of their professional life. So I think putting in perspective that everyone has times that things do not work, and trying to get more information about what you can do to learn from the situations where you can improve is helpful. But also recognizing this is not just you. This is a lot of people that are starting out and trying to learn where you are, and you have something to give. You have something to contribute, and you can learn from those instances.